So I'm vegan and today I'm going to be trying out the carnivore diet. So if you haven't heard about the carnivore diet, it's kind of been going a bit wild on social media this year, and it's all about just eating meat, fish, eggs, cooking everything in butter, just like completely eradicating veg and carbohydrates really from your diet.
This is day 312, eating nothing but meat, eggs, and seafood.
The best 4 foods for beginners on a carnivore diet: beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. My weekly food shop on a carnivore diet.
Here's what I eat on the carnivore diet.
What do you have for breakfast?
Strip loin.
What do you have for lunch?
Strip loin.
The carnivore diet is basically all about keeping it simple by eating only animal-based foods. Beef, lamb, chicken, turkey. If it's an animal, you can eat it. What you cannot have fruits, veggies, anything of that nature.
I think it's a bit weird. I don't think it sounds very good. I don't think it sounds very healthy. And it doesn't sound very tasty either, but I am going to give it a go today in the name of research. I feel like I need to try it to have a really good opinion on it. My name's Nicole, been vegan 17 years, and we're going to give the carnivore diet a go, but in a vegan way. Yeah, we're just gonna pop to Sainsbury's and stock up on our meats. See how much it comes to as well. I feel like this is gonna be quite an expensive diet. Fruit and veg really isn't like super expensive, and like chickpeas as well, stuff like that. Yeah, fake meat, it's not something I buy often, and I'm kind of scared of how much this shop will cost. Actually, right here, I've got a few necked prices, so I could get a Beyond Burger for £2.50. I've been really wanting to try this, but I feel like the stuffing is probably not allowed. I really wanted the Juicy Marbles plant-based steak, but they've just, they've sold out. Can you believe that? £9 and it's sold out. Nearly £40 per kilogram and it's sold out. I actually got pretty decent necked card discounts there. I got nearly £6 off. Yeah, it ended up being £11.70. I got the Richmond bacon, Oggs eggs. I feel like this is going to be the breakfast. I've seen a lot of people doing eggs and bacon for breakfast on this diet, so that seems to be the thing. And then spread out between lunch and dinner, I just really wanted to make sure I had variety. I don't know how hungry I'm going to be on this diet without carbs, so I might have overdone it. I got the Beyond Burger burgers, the This Isn't Chicken Thighs, and the Vivera Salmon Fritters. And I was careful not to get anything like breaded or skin on. I really wanted it to be as like proteiny as possible. So yeah, I guess time for breakfast.
Okay, meal 1 is classic bacon and eggs.
I do not remember loving this, but apparently it is a World Plant-Based Taste Awards winner from 2021. So each serving should be 110, and you get 5.2 grams of protein per bit of egg, I guess. Meanwhile, my bacon, 3.7 grams of protein for every 2 rashers. It seems like even if you're frying stuff, it has to be butter.
You're gonna need something to cook all your food in, so use Kerrygold.
I wonder if olive oil coming from olives is just too plant-based for this diet. I just feel like this is just the rejection of anything kind of vegan. It's the antithesis, right? So that's what we've got going for us. I think I'm gonna go 3 rashers. I'm gonna fry the bacon first, and then I'll scramble the eggs in like the bacony, buttery oil, I guess. I feel like the Oggs need all the flavour they can get. It looked a bit pathetic. I'm making another egg. Here we go. This actually doesn't look too bad. Though I can't help but feel like it would be vastly improved with a bit of bread or toast, but that's that. Probably the best Oggs I've ever made. Does taste a bit better fried in like the bacon butter blend. Don't hate it. The texture's actually pretty there as well. I feel like I finally cracked the code to Oggs. And here's the bacon. This is Richmond. I feel like this is one of like the favourite brands from people who actually eat meat. Like the Richmond sausages, I hear great things about. Just tastes a bit greasy, to be honest. Tastes bacony though. I'd never liked bacon before I went vegan. As a kid, I was definitely more into my like sausages than my bacon. I ate it all, I'm satisfied. Not too bad so far. And then drink-wise, you are allowed a black coffee, and that is fortunately how I take my coffee anyway.
I do drink coffee on the carnivore diet.
I like that I can still have coffee on this diet. Sorry, a little bit of a look change. I've had a shower, I've been writing my newsletter, but yeah, I am hungry and I'm ready to eat, and oh, just sounds so plain. I think I'm gonna go with like the chicken. I'm really curious about that. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna cook both and see what happens and how I feel. I'm gonna put it in the oven. It says to do it with a teaspoon of oil, so I might just put a little bit of butter on it. Oh, I thought it was like 2 big chunks. Oh, Oh, it smells meaty. I don't love this. So this is 220 grams in all four, and per 100 grams you get 17 grams of protein. So this is about 35 grams of protein altogether. Wow, let's do all of them. A big mono meal. Why not? And I think I'll fry up some more of the oggs of it just for that change in texture, and then we'll see how much of it I get through, and anything I don't eat can be leftovers, that's fine. Probably a good point to talk about the elephant in the room, which is that you can't really do a proper carnivore diet on a vegan diet. I am aware of that. I know there are limitations in this. Like, I think typically when you do this on a meat diet, it's like carb free as well, whereas this, for example, has 1.9 grams of carbs in it. So like, it is very high in protein. I'm still experiencing that side of this diet, and it is still low carbs, but I don't know if it's going to be as low carb as a meat alternative would be. I think I'm really going to experience the mono taste movement. Oh, I forgot to put butter on those. Damn it, give me a sec. Back in. One thing I definitely can experience doing this is like how it feels to just eat meats for a day and abstain from like veg in particular. I feel like it's just going to taste like really greasy and heavy on my mouth, but we'll see how it goes. I just think it's a curious thing, a curious trend. I don't really know how many people are eating like this. I think it's an internet fad. I think a lot of people are like trying it out or maybe doing it for clickbait, but whether or not anyone's actually living like this and actually eating like this day to day, I feel like it wouldn't take long before one, you personally got fed up with it and felt sick, or two, you got like seriously unwell from it. Hopefully the algorithm keeps its videos to the vegans, but if you are on the carnivore diet and you do eat meat, I would be curious to hear how long you've been on it for, whether or not like you do miss a bit more variety in your foods. Like, be sincere about it if you are in the comments. And if you're vegan, do you think you'd ever do a day full of fake meats? How do you think you'd feel on it? How many days do you reckon you could last eating like this? Oh wow, that smells like chicken. That's weird. I keep thinking I've made a lot of this egg, and I really have not. Oh my god. I see why they need to label it "this isn't chicken." That is wild. Oh my god. Honestly, these are so good. Really freaky though. Honestly, I'm having quite a bit of fun. It's so nice to try out so many fake meats in one day, and I feel like I'm getting more substitutes in without being bulked down by like carbs and veg filling me up. Can't imagine it's particularly good for my health to only be eating these foods, but I'm actually not hating it as much as I thought I would. That is crazy. I'm gonna have to buy some of this for my family. Even feels like it's got a bit of a skin on it, can you see? If I don't cook it myself, I'd feel like I'd have concerns. About 20 minutes after finishing that meal, I am feeling a little bit nauseous. Not like super, but I'm not feeling great. I might have overeaten, but I don't think that's it. I just feel like I'm like, eh. Okay, so I'm about to head out for the evening, but before I go, I guess it's time to have another meaty meal. I've got my Beyond Burger, and I think I'm gonna have it with bacon, just to keep like a variety of tastes going. Otherwise, I feel like this can be quite a like bland way of living. Sorry, also, if you're noticing stuff like this, I am in a shared house share. That's not my milk. Yeah, this is 18 grams of protein per burger. I am getting like mad protein in today, mad butter as well. Yeah, I don't know if I'm showing my age here, but does anyone else remember the Atkins diet? That was so big in the noughties. I remember my dad doing it. I feel like it was quite popular with men because basically it was anti-carb. But yeah, the Atkins diet was basically eliminating carbs, focusing on protein and also vegetables. So it was a bit more balanced than the carnivore diet. But at the end of the day, when was the last time you heard anyone going on the Atkins diet? Like, I forgot about it until today because no one does it anymore, because it's just not popular anymore because it didn't work. Wow, there's a lot of juices coming out of this burger. But obviously there is a huge appeal to a diet that tells you can lose weight and still eat like tons of meat. Like, people love meat. But unfortunately, a lot of meat is not very good for you. Red meat is classified as either probably or possibly carcinogenic, and processed meats are classified as carcinogenics, which means that they can cause cancer, and your risk increases the more meat you have. So a carnivore diet is really, really dangerous. It is really important for your health to limit the amount of meat you eat and not follow these trends which pretty much tell you what you want to hear have a bit of shock factor to go viral. They don't care about you. They don't care about your health. They just want the views and the money that come from that. Like, look at this. You can't tell me that this looks healthy. Oh no. Would real bacon do that? Ah. And I mean, just use a bit of common sense. If a diet is telling you to eradicate fruit and vegetables when we grew up being told we should be having 5 a day, maybe that diet's not really looking out for you. Honestly, Atkins diet, but with no veg and more butter. Yeah, I think the biggest evidence I have for young people to know that the Atkins diet was a thing, it was kind of like the reason why Regina George was like, is butter a carb? Everyone hated carbs, and I feel like the big like villainization of carbs really was interlinked with the Atkins diet. And I love carbs. This hasn't been a bad way to spend a day without carbs, and I guess that might be the trick behind this. They're just trying to get people to find a way to give up carbs because it's easy to villainize carbs and tell you that's why you're not skinny, and apparently everyone wants to be skinny. Yeah, I'm quite sad I haven't gotten around to cooking the fish steak. I'll make sure to include it in my next What I Eat in a Week so that you guys can actually see it in action. Plus, like, I bought it does need to be eaten. I will say though, as far as like the experience has gone, I thought like my tongue would be aching by now. I really thought I'd find this super unpleasant, and I haven't really. And beyond that, I would just say it's a really easy way of cooking. Like, I haven't had to cut and prep any veg. My time in the kitchen has been very, very quick, and I haven't had to have a big plate of meal to feel full. It's taken like a little amount of food to really fill me up. So I do see the appeals. It's not all doom and gloom. This has been a lot more interesting than I thought it would be. But yeah, I definitely do not recommend the carnivore diet. Yeah, I just feel like this diet's bizarre, and it just feels like a way for people to dig at vegans. Yeah, it's just, it just feels antagonizing and annoying and just like a bit of a fuck you to vegans rather than anyone sincerely doing it for their own health and benefit. It's been fun to cover, it's been fun to explore, and hopefully we'll just see this fad disappear ASAP. But yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you for hanging out with me another week, and I hope to see you again next week. Hit subscribe and like, and yeah, see you again soon. Bye. Mwah.